And man, I'm just so excited to catch up with one of our pals. And Max, remember a year ago this time, I felt like I was talking to you over Zoom like once every 10 days. I haven't been that bad this year, have I? I've kind of given you a little space. This is the first time we've talked in a couple months, right?
Yeah, definitely.
How are you, sir? It's good to see you, even though we're still doing it virtually. It's fantastic to see that beautiful face of yours.
Yeah, I appreciate it, bro. I like this setup. I feel like we're getting a little bit closer and closer to some normalization. So, yeah, man, it's good. It's good to be on here.
Exactly. I was telling Foster the same thing as he was keeping your chair warm for you.
Yeah.
I was like, it feels like we are getting closer, right? We're not physically together yet, but we are getting closer and closer. But speaking of things that do feel pseudo-normal, you were at the Knights game the other night, and so you cranked the siren. Is that like the proper verbiage for it, right? You get the...
Yeah, I think so.
And according to my math, every time in the postseason that a member of the Raiders has cranked the siren, the Knights win.
Yeah, no, it's a real thing. So, I don't know who's going Thursday, but whoever it is, they gotta show up and represent because it's Game 6.
Did you watch the game last night?
Oh yeah, overtime win.
Dude, how crazy. So I was thinking about this. We were talking about it in the studio earlier. It's so wild to watch what these guys do, right? Just like the type of athletes they are. But then you got to remember that they're on skates. Like for you watching it live the other night in the Fortress, like what was it like for you to just be in that atmosphere?
It's crazy. The whole environment was literally insane. Like they got a hat trick, and they literally were throwing hats nonstop on the ice for like 10 minutes straight. And they had like 4 girls running around trying to scoop up all the hats and put them in bins, and people just kept throwing them. So it was just the whole environment and night was amazing, and their whole production team and the way they do it. It's like it gets me fired up because I know Allegiant Stadium is going to be insane.
And that's what I was going to ask you about. I mean, so I assume that was probably the first like full sporting event that you've been to in like a minute. Like, what was it like just being with like 1,000 people screaming and going wild again?
I miss it. It makes you appreciate having fans. I was watching the game. I was watching the Golden Knights game last night, and I was also going back and forth with the Jazz, the Utah Jazz game, playing against who are they playing? Whatever. But
Suns,
Utah,
right?
yeah, the Suns.
Yeah.
No, they're not playing the Suns.
No, you're right.
They're playing Clippers.
Yes, you're right.
But anyway, just seeing the crowd, it's such a game changer. You see how like the players interact when they hit a big shot. It's just like that adrenaline is something you can't replicate, with no fans and not having that energy. So it just gets me fired up. I'm ready to get back out in front of people and put on a show.
So when you cranked it was you, Lil Jon, and Wayne Newton, right?
Yes.
So did you go and kiss Lil Jon's ring at all, or how did that? You get to see these dudes?
Yeah. I was standing up there, and one of the guys, who was helping me, navigate through where I was going, he's like, these are your seats over here, boom. And a couple minutes later, he comes back, he's like, do you want to meet Lil Jon? I'm like, yeah, why not? Let's go do it. And I'm with my girlfriend, so we're like, let's go. Let's meet Lil Jon. So we meet Lil Jon, and then Wayne Newton walks up. He's like, hey, man, so proud of you. And I'm like, Wayne Newton? What is going on? So, yeah, it was just so random and on the spot, and it was great.
What's Lil Jon's like normal voice like? Like, cause we're supposed to the Chappelle show, the yes and the okays. Like,
yeah.
Does he have like a normal like talking voice like you and I?
Yeah, he was normal, completely normal, good dude. Yeah, he said he was in Vegas. He's here for shows and stuff. So.
Oh, that's awesome, man! What a great Vegas story too. Max goes to the Knights game, meets Wayne Newton and Lil Jon.
Yeah,
it's like a Mad Lib.
So random. Yeah.
I love it. Speaking of things a little closer to home for us now, wrapping up OTAs, and for you guys, when you look at being on the field in this, I guess technically portion of 10 practices, like what do you guys like really want to get out of this?
Yeah, for us on the defensive side is, Coach Bradley's defense. We're adding a ton of stuff right now, and obviously we started OTAs a little bit late as far as on the field stuff. So they're putting in the whole defense, and they're putting a lot on us mentally, so we can learn on the fly and get everything in, because on game day it's not going to be, you're not calling every single call, but you got to be ready. You got to know everything and be, prepared. So Coach Bradley does a great job. Me personally, I know I once I mess up, I feel like that's how I learn. Like, oh, I messed that one up last time. Okay, I know what I need to do. And everybody's different. So it's just, it's been a great process. Everybody's learning, everybody's bought in. At the end of the day, our defense has got to get a lot better. And we're just working. That's what we're doing every single day, and it's been awesome.
I've always been straight with you, right? You and all the rest of the guys. Like, I'm not an X's and O's dude. Like, I've never pretended that that's where my area of expertise is. That's where my strength is. So for someone like me, like, how would you describe Gus's defense and how he wants to make things go?
Yeah, for me personally, having Coach Marinelli still, you still have that approach, from him. They kept Marinelli around for a reason. He's a coach who likes aggressive, get off the ball, and then read. So Coach Bradley's defense it's simple, but there's a lot of different verbiage. There's a lot of little ninks and little change-up things we throw in there. So I like it a lot. It puts us in positions where I think we can really succeed. I think he's a great coach, and I'm looking forward to playing in it.
Hanging out with our friend Maxx Crosby. And Max, obviously OTAs, like you said, it's a portion of the season where it's all about learning, about getting better, about hopefully by the time we get to training camp, you guys hit the ground running. But you look at the participation out there, and how important is it just to have dudes in the building and being together in mid-June or early June?
Yeah, it was. It's funny, almost the whole entire team's here right now, and I remember, right as everyone was announcing, like, okay, we're gonna do everything virtual, and boom, 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 right off from the start of OTAs, we had talks like in between the team, like, is this the right thing? Like, do we need to be in the building? What's the best thing we can do? And I feel like a lot of guys, we came together, we're like, let's do it do what we want to do. At the end of the day, we're the team. We have to go out there and go play. What do you think is the best idea? And we really wanted to be out here, and I think guys are loving it. We're getting better every single day and just putting in the work, because talk is cheap. We're just out here to get better every single day and work hard. I
mean, to me, that strikes me as like the mark of a mature team, where you guys can sit down as a group of like 90 dudes, 88 dudes, whatever it is, and be like, hey, what are we going to do that's obviously the best thing for us, but best for the collective? Like, that seems like a very mature, kind of measured way to attack what, admittedly was kind of a funky in-between situation.
Yeah, for sure. We, at the end of the day, we didn't make the playoffs. It's been a few years, so I know in the back of my mind, that's all I think about is how can I get better? How can I get better as an individual to help my team win? And if we have a lot of guys with that same mentality, I feel like we're going to get there. We just got to keep pushing each other and, learning from each other. I think we have a lot of young, motivated guys, and we also have vets who know, who have done it, at a high level for a long time. So I'm really looking forward to this mesh and this new team, coming together, and I feel like it's going to be awesome.
Speaking of one of those vets, before I let you go, Yannick Ngakoue, man, just blowing up Raider Nation's Instagram. I mean, this dude looks like when he posted that picture yesterday, it looks like a Greek god of some variety.
Yeah, Yannick is Yannick. Sorry.
Hey, listen, I'm still trying to get it right too.
I call him I'm gonna call him Jan.
There you go.
Jan.
Okay.
But no, we talk all the time. He's done it at a high level for a long time, and he has a skill set, that a lot of teams want, and I'm so excited to have him as a teammate. Just having him in the room is going to be huge. I think it's going to help everybody out. He's a leader. He's a leader by example. He doesn't need to say much. He just works, and that's the kind of guys we need.
How does Jan help Max and Klee and the rest of that defensive line get better?
Yeah, I think it's going to take pressure off of us. I know having him over there, if you want to double him, it's going to leave the one-on-one on the other side. So, and if they want to double me or double, Darius Phylon or whatever, it just opens things up. And I feel like as a defense, the more threats you have, the more, flexibility you have as a defense. You can do more things. You can, switch things up. So I'm really excited. I really love this group. I'm excited to have everybody in here on Tuesday, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, and we're all excited, man. Well, hey, Max, I appreciate your time. And like I said before we started rolling, congratulations on the sobriety. That's, all the football stuff aside, man, that's the number one thing. That's awesome. So I know everyone in our department is super proud of you and the way that you've carried yourself. So congratulations. That's awesome. Keep up the good work. And, dude, one of these days, man, we will do this in person, right?
Absolutely.
We're going to do it.
Absolutely. You're my guy, Eddie. I appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you, brother. Thanks so much.
Sir.